important and makes this truly historic. That close relationship has endured over those 80 years. As you know, Donald, when it comes to defence and security and intelligence sharing, of course, there are no two countries that are closer to new and important territory by adding trade and the economy to the closeness of our relationship. It is built, as you say, on...
In recent international communications, unexpected moments can sometimes reveal more about global relationships than carefully prepared statements. During a routine diplomatic call between two allied nations, an unusual technical pause occurred that momentarily halted one side of the conversation. Welcome back to UK Ago. The situation quickly caught public attention, not because of any confirmed political intentions, but because of how such events can symbolize the challenges modern governments face in maintaining cooperation and clarity. This incident, though simple on the surface, has raised discussions about how nations interpret each other's actions, especially when communication is disrupted at sensitive moments. As always, if you find value in detailed breakdowns like this, make sure to like and subscribe to support the channel. Now, let's explore the broader context behind this moment and why it resonates with so many people. The diplomatic call reportedly involved discussions related to long-standing cooperation agreements, ongoing security collaborations, and shared strategic interests. When one leader continued speaking while the other appeared momentarily disengaged due to the technical interruption, commentators across the political spectrum began offering interpretations. For some, it was simply a glitch. For others, it represented the complexities involved in maintaining strong bilateral ties in an era of shifting global priorities. The conversation took place during a time when many nations are reevaluating their international roles. Economic pressures, regional disputes, and evolving security concerns have strengthened the need for reliable communication between allies. A brief disruption, intentional or not, can easily become a symbol of larger uncertainties. It reminds us that diplomacy today is not only conducted through formal agreements, but also through the perception of how leaders interact with one another. It's worth noting that technological issues are not uncommon in high-level calls conducted across long distances and secure channels. However, even a small interruption can influence how audiences interpret dynamics between leaders. Analysts have pointed out that such moments often gain more public attention than the substantive policy discussions that precede or follow them. This reflects how global politics is increasingly shaped not only by decisions, but also by optics, body language, and timing. At home, governments everywhere face the difficult task of balancing domestic expectations with international commitments. Many citizens want reassurance that their national interests are being protected, while political leaders must also maintain collaborative relationships abroad. These pressures sometimes create contrasting interpretations of the same event, especially when information is limited and emotions run high. If you're finding this explanation helpful, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you never miss future breakdowns. Inside political institutions, unexpected incidents like this often trigger internal reviews. Officials typically examine whether procedures were followed correctly, whether any miscommunication occurred, and how to improve future interactions. Since modern diplomacy involves a blend of technology, protocol, and personal engagement, even a minor disruption can encourage conversations about how best to strengthen communication systems. Observers in academic and diplomatic circles have suggested that the real significance of such an incident lies not in the moment itself, but in how governments respond afterwards. Effective leadership often involves clarifying misunderstandings, reaffirming commitments, and ensuring that small disruptions don't overshadow broader shared goals. When handled transparently, even awkward or confusing situations can become opportunities for reinforcing trust. This event also highlights the changing nature of international influence. Countries today rely on partnerships, shared intelligence frameworks, economic coordination, and cultural ties to maintain global stability. A brief communication pause, however unintentional, can prompt larger conversations about how nations perceive each other's resolve, cooperation levels, and diplomatic posture. These discussions, though sometimes fueled by speculation, are part of a natural process as societies try to understand how their leaders manage global relationships. Public reactions online range from humor to analysis. Memes, commentary, and theories circulated widely, reflecting how social media plays a major role in shaping modern political narratives. The speed at which information spreads means that even small diplomatic moments can become worldwide talking points within minutes. Yet many experts have emphasized the importance of basing conclusions on confirmed information rather than speculation. Within parliamentary and governmental settings, this incident has reportedly sparked conversations about communication preparedness. Officials frequently evaluate how leaders are briefed before calls, how technical teams monitor connection stability, and how quickly support staff can address interruptions. While none of these details are unique to any one government, they illustrate the careful coordination required in high-level diplomacy. Looking internationally, shifting geopolitical landscapes have placed added pressure on long-standing alliances. Nations must navigate economic uncertainty, technological change, regional conflicts, and evolving security threats. Under these conditions, maintaining strong diplomatic relationships becomes even more important. A communication pause might seem minor, but in a tense global environment, even minor moments can feel symbolic. The broader lesson here is that diplomacy is both fragile and resilient. It depends on clear communication, mutual respect, and steady leadership. But it can also withstand brief misunderstandings, especially when both sides remain committed to cooperation. If you appreciate thoughtful, balanced analysis, remember to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. As global politics continue to evolve, events like this remind us of the responsibilities leaders carry when speaking on behalf of their nations. Their tone, timing, and presentation can shape not only public perception, but also international expectations. Clear communication remains one of the most valuable tools in global governance. For viewers following this story, the key takeaway is that not every unexpected diplomatic moment signals conflict or weakness. Sometimes it simply reflects the complexities of maintaining seamless communication across time zones, languages, and technological systems. What matters most is how nations reaffirm their shared interests afterwards and ensure that cooperation remains strong. In conclusion, while the muted moment or technical pause caught widespread attention, its lasting impact will depend on how leaders continue to communicate, collaborate, and clarify their intentions. Diplomatic relationships are shaped by long-term engagement, not isolated moments. And as audiences, we benefit from understanding the full context rather than relying solely on surface impressions. If you'd like more neutral, in-depth explorations like this, make sure to like and subscribe so you stay informed.